I'm Warren Mason, a building management student from Bolton in Lancashire, the winner of Heat 1.
My name is Phil Smith. I am a youth service team leader from Hayford. I was the winner of Heat 2.
My name is Les Thwaite, a warrant officer in the Army Physical Training Corps, the winner of Heat 3.
I'm Fiona Palmer, a nursery nurse from Ilkeston in Derbyshire, the highest scoring runner-up in Group B.
Good evening, welcome to the Krypton Factor and to the Group B final. Tonight we have 4 group finalists whose hopes and dreams of lifting this splendid trophy and being crowned United Kingdom Superperson 1989 are still very much alive. But by the end of tonight's keenly contested 6 rounds, only the winner will be sure of a place in the grand final in November. So what a battle it should be, and certainly on paper the contestants couldn't be better matched. The Heat 1 winner, Warren Mason, won mental agility and the assault course race and was second in 3 other rounds. Phil Smith, in taking Heat 2, won 4 rounds to give him the best points total in the series so far, 50. Les Thwaite, winner of Heat 3, came first in observation and intelligence. And Fiona Palmer, qualifying as the group's highest scoring runner-up, picked up maximum points in mental agility and response to become the first woman to reach the group finals this year. So, congratulations on getting this far, contestants, and can I ask you now, please, to go and take your seats, and we wish all of them the very best of luck, as we get started now with round 1, mental agility. And being a group final, it's a tougher than normal test tonight. The theme is coding, but with added complications. I will give each contestant the name of a town or city made up with 9 letters of the alphabet. As an example, let's take Gateshead. The contestant should immediately code that word from left to right with a number from 1 to 9, placed in ascending order. There will be questions like, what does 9234 spell? And the answer is date. Or what is the 5th letter? The answer, S. And remember that the contestants cannot see the coded word, which makes this an especially difficult challenge. So stand by now, please, contestants. You must answer as many questions as you can in 40 seconds. We start with you, Warren. Your town is Davyhulme, and the clock starts now. 5, 6, 8.
Hum.
Mad.
8, 2, 1.
The 7th letter.
L.
5, 2, 3, 9.
V. E. Have.
Lady.
7, 2, 3, 4.
Wrong. The letter 4 after V.
L.
8, 2, 4.
Mare.
Had. Well, you don't need to answer that. It would have been 5, 2, 1, but that's an excellent start for you, Warren. In 40 seconds, you've got 6. Well done. We shall move along now to Les. Your town is Nebworth, and your 40 seconds start now. 9, 6, 5.
How?
The.
8, 9, 3.
The 4th letter.
B.
1, 2, 6, 5.
No.
Torn.
8, 6, 7, 2.
The letter 3 before T.
W.
5, 6, 2.
1.
Bet.
4.
Well, 4, 3, 8 it would have been, but in 40 seconds, terrific start. You've got 7 right. Well done, Les. Now, let's go along to Phil. Phil, your town is Brighouse, and your 40 seconds start now. 8, 6, 1.
S-O-B. Sob.
His.
5, 3, 8.
The 5th letter.
H.
4, 6, 9, 8.
G-O-E-S. Goes.
Robe.
2, 6, 319.
The letter 3 after R.
O.
Wrong. 164.
B-O-G, bog.
Rug. 274 it would have been, but you've done well, Phil. In 40 seconds, you've scored 6. Well done. And finally, it's Fiona. Your town is Hasburton, and your 40 seconds start now. 159.
H-E-N, hen.
Ant.
297.
The 6th letter.
R.
6231.
Sorry.
Boat.
4827.
3, the letter 3 after B. Right, so it would have been T, but in 40 seconds you've scored 4. Well done. Well, that is such a very tough test and very good performances there. Congratulations to all the contestants. But let's see how it worked out in terms of points. And there you have it, right on the scoreboard. Fiona 2, Phil and Warren both got 6. But the early leader with a Krypton factor of 10 is the warrant officer in the Army Physical Training Corps based near Reading, Les Thwaites. To land a Sea King helicopter on the deck of a moving aircraft carrier demands a high level of skill and coordination. In round 2, we challenge our group finalists to demonstrate their ability aboard the Sea King helicopter simulator at the Royal Naval Air Station Culdrose in Cornwall. The instructor and judge for this test is the Royal Navy's Lieutenant John Connell. Directly ahead, a flare fired from the deck of HMS Illustrious indicates to our first contestant, Warren Mason, that he has just half a mile to go. Approaching at approximately 90 knots or 100 miles an hour, Warren will want to gradually reduce speed and come in over the deck at around 40 knots. He reduces speed by easing back the cyclic stick with his right hand, which raises the nose. And this is a good straight approach, but he's a little bit fast coming in over the deck and down into the deck for a crash. Bad luck, Warren. Now a chance for the Army to show the Navy a thing or two. Les Thwaites, he's an Army physical training instructor. Like the others, he's had a short period of instruction from Lieutenant Connell and a couple of practice runs, but this is the one that counts. Now to fly the Sea King, the right hand controls speed and direction with that cyclic or joystick. The left hand pulls up or pushes down on the collective lever, which adjusts height. So it's a great test of right and left hand coordination. Now, can he keep his nerve? Swaying about a bit, dropping perhaps a bit too low, but he pulls on the collective lever, comes up over the deck, a bit to the right. But yes, he's done. Well done, Les. Good performance. The Welshman Phil Smith next. And the second that flare goes up, signalling half a mile to go, the rules are that no more help can be given by Lieutenant Connell beside him or Lieutenant Chris Dunn in the control room, no matter what the situation. Directly in front of Phil in the instrument panel, there's an artificial horizon to show him if the plane is flying level. To the right of it is a radar altimeter to indicate his height above the sea, and to the left the airspeed indicator. And Phil working hard on the collective lever with his left hand, determining height, and he's clearly overreacting. He's much too high as he comes in over that aircraft carrier and has drifted too far to the right, and he's in real trouble here. And he's heading towards the funnel, shaking his head there towards the funnels and the bridge. This looks a bit like a disaster, and he pulls off to the right and he turns upside down and into the ocean. Well, pretty spectacular. Finally, nursery nurse Fiona Palmer. And I can't tell you just how realistic it all is in that simulator. It's hard to believe that you're not actually flying the real thing. You get the engine noise, the vibration, the pitching and rolling effect, and if you crash it, it really does give you an incredible jolt. You have to be strapped in. This is very good, very steady approach by Fiona. Coming in over the deck, which is about 50 feet above sea level. Touch fast perhaps, but almost on the centre of the deck, and she's down, and that's absolutely brilliant. Superb effort. Now for the result, determined by Lieutenant John Connell. In fourth place, Phil Smith, who narrowly missed hitting the ship and plunged into the ocean. Third, Warren Mason, who approached too fast and crashed on the deck. Second, Les Thwaites, some last-minute manoeuvring, but he landed safely. And the winner, Fiona Palmer. A smooth approach and a good landing on the centre of the deck. And we go now to the scoreboard, and Fiona has moved up into second place. But still the leader with a Krypton factor now of 16, the Army PTI from Reading, Les Thwaites. All very close as we go into round 3, which is all about having sharp eyes, alert ears and a good memory. You're about to see a short, specially shot video sketch. It will contain 6 continuity errors. The challenge to you and our group finalists is to spot them. So keep a special watch on costumes and scenery and listen very carefully to everything that's being said. Right, contestants, will you now please turn to your screens as we join a very special news bulletin.
Here are the K News headlines at 7:15 with Richard Whitmore and Alistair Burnett.
Good evening, and a day of show business news. The Prime Minister has vehemently denied rumours that she and Mr Neil Kinnock are to star as the ugly sisters in Cinderella at the Camberley Grand this Christmas. But at a press conference this morning, Mr Kinnock said,
"It'll be a chance to work together for once, and anyway, Glynis thinks that this change in my image might not be a bad thing."
Roger Moore today announced...
Sorry, a slight problem there. Sorry about this. Now, today's biggest show business news. Dustin Hoffman is to recreate his award-winning role of Tootsie, but this time for Britain's leading TV serial, Coronation Street. We spoke to him in London this morning.
Yes, this is the highlight of my career. I am so pleased. Apparently, I play the new barmaid in a place called the Rovers. Something. I expect it's like Beverly Hills Hotel. And I get to do some scenes with their new star, Frisky.
Is that all right? Is that okay?
Hello?
That's it for now, except to say that the Caversham Grand has asked us to point out that all tickets for Cinderella have been sold. Please don't telephone the box office. Anyway, we'll be back with our main bulletin at 7. Goodbye. What a nightmare.
I know, it's ridiculous. I think it ever works when you want it to.
What? Alistair, we've got to do another 20 seconds.
Well, at least as usual, they can't hear what we're saying. So normal trick, shuffle the papers like they're really important. It's your turn.
Something beginning with C.
Camera.
No.
Clipboard.
No.
Cuddly newsreader.
Yes.
That's the lot. Turn to the front, please, contestants, and will you start writing down what you think the 6 continuity errors were. And while they get on with that, a big thank you to Steve Coogan and our special guest tonight, former BBC newsreader Richard Whitmore. It certainly looked like a newsreader's nightmare there, but happily on the Krypton Factor, our microphones show you all the 6 continuity changes. Here they come. Number 1 was the time.
Here are the K News headlines at 7:15 with Richard Whitmore and Alistair Burnett.
But at the end, it wasn't 7:15.
Anyway, we'll be back with our main bulletin at 7. Goodbye.
Then a setting change. The K News logo, which was over Alistair's shoulder, disappeared halfway through the sketch. Richard's microphone provided error number 3. It acquired a red windshield during the scene. And his tie was error number 4. It was a simple plain one to start with, but a boldly spotted one later on. Then inaccuracy of information. Richard said,
We spoke to him in London this morning.
but the background showed that the interview was in New York. And finally, a dialogue mistake.
The Prime Minister has vehemently denied rumours that she and Mr Neil Kinnock are to star as the ugly sisters in Cinderella at the Camberley Grand this Christmas.
But it wasn't Camberley at the end of the bulletin.
That's it for now, except to say that the Caversham Grand has asked us to point out that all tickets for Cinderella have been sold.
Really tough. And straight away, let's end the suspense for our group finalists by telling them how they did. Les, you spotted 4, and Fiona, you also got 4, so together you're in 3rd place. Warren, you got 5 right, and Phil, you also got 5, so the 2 of you share 1st place, getting maximum points. And Those points we shall now enter into the scoreboard and see how it affects the overall situation. And just look at that, couldn't be closer. We now have joint leaders on Krypton factors of 20. The building management student from Bolton, Warren Mason, and still there from Reading, Les Thwaites. Major Tony Carr of the Army Physical Training Corps starts the race. Fiona Palmer on her way. And of course, this being a group final, we can look back to the heats for a little bit of a form guide. And Fiona did well in her heat. She was a steady performer all the way through. She's very fit indeed. And these three were exceptionally fast, so we're expecting a tremendous race between them. And the man out in front at the moment, Les Thwaites, of course, is the Army Physical Training instructor, so not new to assault courses. Warren Mason and Phil Smith both won their heats, so this should be a fantastic battle. But look at the style of this man, Les Thwaites. Having said that, he started very fast. He did that in his heat, and you may remember he had an absolutely tremendous battle against the British canoeist Anne Plant, and he'd misjudged it by the end, Les Thwaites, and although he caught Anne Plant, she managed to pull something out at the end and defeat him, so he won't be making that mistake this time. I'm sure he has trained specially hard for this race to prove that he can keep the pace up all the way. Now he goes for 3-mile and 10-mile training runs every day, so there's no doubting his fitness and there's no doubting his technique either as he comes on to those tramwires and he simply scoots across them. So it's been an excellent start by Les Thwaites. Warren Mason in second place, he's in red, and Phil Smith just alongside him there. And Fiona's still in the lead, but as you can see, taking it fairly steadily. We don't doubt her stamina for a moment. She's keen on fell running. She's also run a mountain marathon, so we know she'll stay the course. It's a question of whether these three will make any mistakes or indeed whether they've gone too fast at the start. That's the real question. But Les Thwaites is into the lead now. He's ahead of Fiona Palmer and he's still going strongly, and Warren Mason is coming up to the ankles of Fiona. So she's under pressure at the moment, but we'll watch Les hit the water now. Always a good decider this as to whether you're fit or not. And he bounced in, bounced out, goes for the second water jump, 2-foot landing. It's absolutely perfect, and Warren Mason plows his way through as well. And he's opening out now. He had a very strong finish in his heat. He really finished fast. And Phil Smith came through well at the end. So maybe they've got something left. Maybe they can come back a bit at Les Thwaites. But at the moment, he's got a fairly good lead. He made a bit of a mess of this landing, running against Anne Plant in the heat, but not this time. He really lifted those legs, put his bottom in first, and he's on his way now to the flat net at the end as Warren Mason comes down the aerial slide for his landing, and, well, he's taken on far more water than Les Thwaites did there. But this has been an absolutely brilliant run, judged it well, across the line, 10 points. Phil Smith goes into third place, just ahead of Fiona Palmer, but he's not going to catch Warren Mason. Warren, who's run quite a few triathlons, so he's very fit and comes across the line now to take his 6 points. Unlucky to be up against a man like Les Thwaites because it was a good run. And here's Phil Smith to finish third, a man whose ambition is to run across the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. Well, if he gets to the Krypton Grand Final, he'll do that because we're going out to San Francisco for the space shuttle. So all the points there will go into the scoreboard now. We had joint leaders at the end of the last round. Now we have a clear leader with a Krypton factor of 30. It's the Army's Les Thwaites. What a good contest this is, with just 2 of our 6 rounds to go, and they don't come any tenser than this one, featuring a 3-dimensional logic puzzle, which tonight has a transatlantic flavour. The country is Canada, whose national emblem is, of course, the maple leaf. No points for knowing that, but there are points for constructing one. And contestants, you can make the maple leaf if you fit those different shaped pieces in front of you into the frame in the correct manner. The complication is that you won't be able to see what you're doing. This is another of our tactile tests, which must be completed by feel alone. Are you all ready? The test starts now. Well, the obvious and logical step with this sort of test is to quickly feel the shapes of the different pieces and then run your hands round the outline of the space into which they'll fit. And my goodness, look at that. Fiona has so quickly discovered that the pieces without points must fit in the centre. And, well, that's not as good as it looks for Les, because the piece there he's trying to fit will only go in on the other side, and also the triangle bottom left is upside down. Phil Smith, well, none of that's right, I'm afraid, and he's going to have to take all those pieces out again. That's brilliant. She's almost finished. The nursery nurse, probably tuned up on those Children's Shape Association games. And 10 points to her, and very happy indeed she is with that performance. Now, Les has switched round those two leaf sections that he was having trouble with. Now he just has the triangle to fit in at the bottom. Remember, he had it upside down before. And he completes it too. Well, he'll not be too unhappy with second place. Now, the battle for third place between Warren Mason here and Phil Smith. Well, it's been a bit of a struggle for them both. But Warren has that one piece correctly in place now, so he should be able to make rapid progress from now on. It's clearly worked out that the pointed edges fit around the outside. But Phil still struggling, still has it wrong, so it's going to be Warren Mason who finishes in third place, just has to put that top piece in, and he gets 4 points. Well, congratulations to Fiona. She did that in a marvellous time, and it was just the result she needed, as you'll see now when we go to the scoreboard. And she certainly helped her cause, having now moved up to 28 points. But still the leader, with a Krypton factor now of 36, is the warrant officer in the Army Physical Training Corps, Les Thwaites. And so to the round that will decide who goes through to the Krypton Factor Grand Final. 100 seconds of rapid-fire general knowledge questions to be answered on the buzzer. 2 points for a correct answer, but 2 points deducted for a wrong one. And don't forget, there's a place in that Grand Final for the runner-up, with the highest score at the end of the 3 group finals, and the score to beat at present is 38. So here we go, contestants. The clock starts now. In which play did Shakespeare write about Puck, Oberon and Titania? Phil.
Midsummer Night's Dream.
Correct. In which war were the battles of Midway and El Alamein fought? Phil.
Second World War.
Correct. Who became the 1988 the Queen's second granddaughter? Warren.
Beatrice.
Correct. Which country today is ruled by Queen Beatrix? Phil.
Netherlands.
Please wait for your name. Correct. What is the former Dutch Guiana called today, the country between Guyana and French Guiana? It is Suriname. What was the surname of the American president after whom the teddy bear was named? Liz.
Roosevelt.
Correct. Who wrote Hapgood, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead and Travesties? Warren.
Stoppard.
Correct. Who had hits with Stop in the Name of Love and Baby Love?
The Supremes.
Phil. Correct.
The Supremes.
Which general became Supreme Commander of Allied Forces in Europe in 1943 and later President of the United States of America? Phil.
Eisenhower.
Correct. In Greek legend, how many eyes did the giant Argus have before they were transferred to the tail of a peacock? The answer is 100. The 100 Days was the period after Napoleon's escape from which island until being escorted from Paris after his defeat at Waterloo? Warren.
St. Helena.
No, Elba. Which city at the mouth of the Elbe River is West Germany's largest port?
Hamburg.
Phil.
Hamburg.
Correct. Ham, Sham and Japheth are whose sons in the Bible? Fiona.
Noah.
Correct. In which novel do Noah Claypole, Bill Sykes and the Artful Dodger appear?
Oliver Twist.
Well, you buzzed just before the time was up, so you may answer that, Phil.
Oliver Twist.
Is correct, which means that the winner tonight, with a Krypton factor of 38, is the Youth Service team leader from Hereford, Phil Smith. Well, a fantastic finish there, and our warmest congratulations to Phil on that very late run, which snatched victory for him, and it means that he becomes the second contestant to reach November's Grand Final, joining the Group A winner, County Durham's Den Hewitt. And of course, it also means that Phil will be flying to California to try and bring the American space shuttle safely to Earth using NASA's unique simulator. And remembering what he did to the helicopter, that should certainly be interesting. I hope that you enjoy tonight's Group B final, and we'll be back next Monday night at 7 o'clock with the first heat in Group C, so do join us for that. In the meantime, from all the contestants here and from me, good night.